everyone, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Villaverdi.
And I'm Montel Williams.
Today we're heading to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Have you been there?
I have.
Well, we're going to learn why this beachside city is an awesome destination for so many reasons.
Plus, smile. The importance of overall oral health care.
I love it. And an effective mental health coaching solution.
And it all starts right now.
Here we go.
Here we go.
According to estimates from the CDC, about 1 in 36 children have been identified with autism spectrum disorder, ASD.
You know, every single child deserves a chance to explore, to learn, and to grow. But for caregivers and families with loved ones on the autism spectrum, finding inclusive, accessible, and fulfilling experiences can be a challenge all of its own, especially when it comes to traveling.
Absolutely. Taking on the challenge, Myrtle Beach has become a destination that supports the needs of autism families. Let's listen to those who have been advocating for their loved ones and the community.
I have two sons, one of whom is on the autism spectrum, and when we talk about this initiative, but for him it wouldn't be happening, but now it is much greater than him.
My son James is 12 years old. He was diagnosed with autism at 3, and since then I've really just made it my mission to help him and children like him by opening my restaurant up to their families.
At Visit Myrtle Beach, we want to be welcoming to everyone who wants to come to the beach, no matter what their circumstances are.
These women are leading the charge when it comes to spreading the word. Myrtle Beach and the communities along the 60 miles of coastline have been an autism and sensory-friendly destination since 2016.
We relocated from southern New Jersey to Surfside Beach, South Carolina, which is the neighbor just south of Myrtle Beach. And it became apparent that there's all these wonderful organizations that support the person with autism, but none that support the family unit. So I started Champion Autism Network to make people with autism more comfortable so that they and their families could come out and play with confidence.
One of the reasons why we felt so passionately about moving more deeply into sensory-friendly experiences is that when we read that statistic that 87% of families that have a child on the spectrum choose not to vacation because they think it's going to be too stressful, that the child may have a difficult time, mom may find it more work than normal, dad may find it more work than normal. That broke my heart to hear that. We feel that everyone should have an opportunity to rest, to rejuvenate, to relax, to soak up the sun, again, to see those waves on the beach and just have fun. And so we're on a mission to try to have more families know that this is a place, again, where they can be welcome and that we're going to do everything we can to make it a great experience for them.
People with autism can become overstimulated very easily. Lights, crowds, smells, sounds, and that can lead to tantrums and meltdowns because autism is a communication disorder, and that's really one of the only ways they know how to communicate their displeasure. So we started in 2013 with sensory-friendly movies where the lights are up, the sound is down, and people are free to move around. It's not your traditional movie viewing experience, but is one that our people with autism and families loved. So after collecting data from surveys, our families wanted to be able to go out to a restaurant. So we started to train area restaurants, and then it just kind of grew from there and went to resorts and hotels and attractions and first responders. And we started the Autism Travel Club with our modules are all online, and now we can have autism awareness and supports here, there, and everywhere.
To date, more than 150 businesses along the Grand Strand have pledged their support or received CAN certification to create a welcoming, inclusive, and sensory-friendly beach experience for everyone.
We used to have a Johnny D's in New York. It was a 24-hour diner, but then my father decided he wanted to move down south. My son started a daycare here, and the daycare started noticing a couple things, and that's where the autism diagnosis came about. I didn't know anything about autism, so I felt really helpless when he was diagnosed. Myrtle Beach has been really impressive to me, just how much they've embraced autism awareness, autism acceptance. The Chamber does a really great job, getting it out into the universe that we are sensory friendly. We're working to make these changes where a lot of places or businesses are jumping on board to kind of just learn about autism, just to make it accommodating for these families to come here. The words that I have on the back of the menu have actually been awesome. It's kind of the history of how many kids are diagnosed, like how prominent it is in the US, and just little sensory things and early signs. There's been a couple of people that have told me that they went home and got their son or daughter checked for autism because they read that. And just if 1 or 2 or 3 kids get early intervention because their mother, father, aunt, grandmother came in and read that, it can really change their life.
Autism is a hidden disorder until it's not, and that's when the tantrums and meltdowns ensue. And part of the training and awareness is letting people know that. And by having our businesses who are supportive and part of the network and the Autism Travel Club and their employees know how to treat you, having and creating communities of understanding where our families, whether locals or tourists, can go grocery shopping, can go out for a meal, can go out for a traditional family experience. It's really, really important.
We are geographically blessed where we actually reside in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're very close to the North Carolina coast. We have all that coastline. But a fun fact is that about 1/3 of our nation can travel to us in a day or less to reach us.
With staples like Broadway at the beach, Ripley's Aquarium, and more than 50 mini golf courses, it's no wonder families of all sizes and age groups choose the beach for their annual getaways.
It's all about creating opportunity and supports and empowering our families. We've been hiding in the shadows for too long.
If you love the beach, this is a great place to be. But if you also like to go out and be active and have fun, we have just hundreds and hundreds of things for you to choose from. So a lot of diversity of experience.
Everyone deserves a chance to be included. And whether that's with, the local sports team or a school activity or going to a restaurant or going on a speedboat, everyone deserves a chance to do these things that we all enjoy. If I had one wish for James, it would just be to find his voice. I just feel like he would have an easier time because I won't be here forever, And I think if he does that, he'll be okay.
As an autism mom, we're always looking ahead at least 5 years, to provide our children with life skills, social skills. It's not a traditional trajectory for people with autism, and you have to support that person or interest and try and figure out ways to get them where they want to be.
Myrtle Beach is a come-as-you-are destination. Don't have to dress fancy. Put on that t-shirt and flip-flops, and we welcome everyone to come and again enjoy your time here at the beach and use everything that we have to offer. And I feel very comfortable that people will find this a warm, friendly, and very welcoming place to come and stay.
For more information, go to visitmyrtlebeach.com and all their social platforms.
You can also always go to our website, thebalancing.com. We'll be right back after this. Well, when it comes to your overall health, your smile plays a much more important role than you might imagine.
That's right. There's a critical link between oral and overall health. And our next guest called this the mouth-body connection.
Oh, wow.
Makes perfect sense.
Sure.
Joining us are dentists Christopher Tolmi and Sulema Valdivia.
Thank you both for being here on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you
Absolutely.
for having us.
Look, Dr. Tolmi, let's talk about the basics, the 101 basics of healthcare and dental health. But before you do it, I had a dentist tell me something I thought was the greatest thing I've ever heard. He said, make sure you floss the teeth you want to keep.
Perfect advice. So we learn at a very young age you want to floss and brush twice per day. But we need to start expanding our perspective beyond just the mouth to the entire body, because the mouth is a window to the rest of the body from head to toe. So 3 things to really remember. You want to start with your home habits, make sure they're on point, and always assess how you're doing. Do you see bleeding when you spit out into the sink? And number 3, always visit your dentist at least twice per year to get that oral exam, visiting your hygienist. because the overall health of your body is dependent on the mouth. That's the gateway to the rest of the body, and it's essential to be prioritizing that on a daily and weekly basis.
So true. Dr. Valdivia, you are a periodontist, and you're also part of the Smile Generation team. Just for the 411 here, what is the difference between a dentist and a periodontist?
So dentists are basically they take care of everything, right? So when you go to visit your dentist, correct, they will do your general exam and make sure that everything is good, and if not, then they will take care of you.
They do the x-rays.
Exactly. Do your cleaning. So when the patient does have a disease, right, like a chronic inflammatory disease called periodontitis, that's when the patient is referred to the periodontist. That's who I am. So basically what I do is I treat only the gum and the bone of the patient to make sure that we can keep those teeth in place.
So you kind of do the root canal thing?
No.
Not even that?
That's the dentist. Okay.
She does all that scraping stuff.
Endodontist. Yes.
Dr. Tommy, can you further explain this whole thing about mouth-body connection?
So as we all know, the mouth is connected to the rest of the body. And more research is coming out showing that there's a direct link between the quality of our mouth health and our overall health, specifically linking Alzheimer's disease, cardiovascular disease, maternal health, erectile dysfunction for men, all of these chronic later stage diseases that can be influenced by the quality of health in our mouth.
Wow.
And heart disease or stroke as well, right?
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
serious stuff here.
So now, do both of you handle that mouth-body connection?
It's continual education for the patient, all throughout the office, with the dental assistants, the front desk team, the general dentist, and the specialist. We're all using the same verbiage so the patient is getting a consistent message so they can understand the importance of oral health to overall health.
So you both are part of the Smile Generation Trusted Office. What does that mean, doctor?
So basically what it means is that in one place, you're gonna have a comprehensive treatment as a patient, right? So you're gonna be seen by the general dentist, and then you're gonna be referred to whatever areas you need to. So we all work together in order to provide that type of care for our patients, the mouth-body connection, right? So if the patient needs further care in a more specialized unit, that's when we come in. You're gonna have all the specialists in-house, basically the endodontist, the root canal treatment specialist, the oral surgeon, and periodontist as me to treat the gum health, right? Because that's what we're talking about today, is all that chronic inflammatory disease that we want to take care of.
Okay.
So it's dependent on this constant communication back and forth in person.
Yeah.
We're not sending our patients out to go somewhere else on their own, trying to figure out how they can get their specialty care.
Love that.
It's comprehensive care all under one roof with trusted specialists, trusted office teams, so there's familiar faces, making the patient feel comfortable.
That's so convenient. I like that, all under one roof.
And we emphasize technology. One of the ways we do that is with these saliva diagnostic tests. So this allows the patient, it sounds scary, but it's actually not very intimidating, and it's painless. That's the other thing. So one of the
That's
few
very
painless
important.
things at the dental office, yes. So it's a saliva test, and can you give a little explanation as to what it allows us to know?
Yeah, so it basically helps the patient to understand the link between the mouth and the rest of the body. So it's gonna show all the type of bacteria that can create and helps with the periodontal disease. And the results will come back, and the patient is gonna be able to read it as if you were going to your physician. They do your labs, it's the same thing. You're gonna have the results and then the recommendation for treatment.
That's fantastic.
So we get everything back electronically, and another way that we're spearheading this is by combining the dental record with the medical record. So it allows any of the primary care physicians or doctors in the hospital to see the patient's oral health, and vice versa. We can see the patient's entire medical history by using Epic as our medical record system.
And that's beautiful,
Yeah.
because sometimes the patients, they don't understand how critical it is, what's happening in the rest of the body and how that will affect, when we're doing treatment on them. For example, for me as a surgeon, it is very important to see how they're gonna be healing. So having those records in-house is amazing.
I think a lot of people aren't aware that, in an industry like yours, giving back is also something that's really important to both of you, right?
Yes.
Of course, 100%.
Explain that.
Yeah, so we believe giving back is a way to create access. We create access locally by partnering with Smile Generation to offer Smile Generation Serve Day. So it happens across the nation in August. Over the many years that it's been happening, it's been $57 million in donated dentistry.
Wow.
That's amazing.
And then also we go beyond just the mouth by creating safe play spaces with Kaboom, and also partnering with Special Olympics. And then on a global level, through the Guatemala trips,
Yeah,
Say about
so
that.
there's
You
also
go to
a clinic.
Guatemala and places like that?
Yes, Dr. Tommy went last year. He
Yeah.
had an amazing experience. We're going to be going next year, the Perio group. So the entire Perio team in South Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, we're going to go all together to serve over there.
Oh my gosh, and we're
So-
seeing such beautiful pictures. What a difference you make. Tell me what you do there.
So basically what we do is to help the people that they can afford, can travel far, to like get access to dental care. But over there, we try to utilize our time and to serve these people and get them healthier and happier.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that. I was reading here that you are in 24 states.
Yes.
And you've been around now for 2 decades. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, doctor?
So go to smilegeneration.com. That's where patients can get more education on mouth-body connection, understanding how their mouth health is connected to their overall health. They can also find a trusted office, trusted providers, and also look at any financial options to make sure that they can afford the treatment that they need.
And you have a booklet also for our...
We do, 32 Reasons Why. It's a lot of the research behind mouth-body connection so the patients can understand in very simple, clear terms how their mouth impacts the rest of their body.
Great stuff.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes,
Great
and
information.
once again, what's the website for our viewers?
Smilegeneration.com.
Smilegeneration.com.
Sure.
Let me see your smile. I love his smile. Thank you both, and thank you for what you do.
And of course, you can always go to our website, thebalancing.com, if you want more. We'll be back right after this. Let's learn more about an emerging trend in effective mental health coaching.
Being a young adult is hard. It's important to recognize the significance of mental health support for teens and the positive impact it can have on their well-being. Introducing the modern way to get help, overcome adversity, and become the best version of yourself.
I founded MindRight because I saw a huge opportunity for us to better serve the mental health needs of young people. In my previous background, I worked in education at a high school, and I saw how there was so much need for youth to feel better supported, really seen and heard. And so I wanted to create a solution that really meets young people where they are and offers mental health support in a way that is destigmatized, that is fun, that is personalized. So at MindRight, that's why we're transforming the form into a healing tool by offering this mental health coaching over a text message. Our coaching services feel like you're talking to a friend or an older sibling or a mentor. Someone can really coach you through what's happening in your life without you feeling like you're being stigmatized. Unlike a hotline or a text line where you call in and you're in crisis and you're talking to a stranger who you've never met before, you'll likely never speak to them again. With MindRight, we are building rapport with you and we are texting you every single day. And it's also proactive. So once you sign up for MindRight, you choose the times you want to talk to us, and then every single day after that, our coaches proactively text you first, checking in good days and bad. MindRight is not only about crisis, because we know just as important as it is to get help when you go through something difficult, there's so many young people who don't have their people there to celebrate their positive moments in their lives as well. So that's why we text people 7 days a week, good or bad.
MindRight is a network of coaches who offer guidance via text that can help you navigate the challenges you face every day.
To create a safe and supportive environment for young people, I think we really draw from our coaching principles. And our coaching principles are how we always approach a conversation, regardless of what the member is talking about in the conversation. One principle is authenticity, right? We are not robots, we are real people. We talk like real people. We have strengths-based collaboration where we acknowledge that our members have a voice and a choice, and we don't enforce any power dynamics and work together with them. Our coaches receive over 25 hours of training, and it's a mixture of live content as well as a lot of role playing. But what is also unique is that all of our coaching sessions are supervised by live clinicians. So they're constantly getting their skill set being developed, as well as making sure that they are adapting their support to the different needs that members present.
User-friendly, convenient, and responsive. All you need is a cell phone.
All you have to do is sign up for a membership on our website, and through the enrollment process, you will choose what times of day you want to speak to your personal team of MindRight coaches.
MindRight is a judgment-free place for growth, healing, and hope.
MindRight has helped me to overcome several challenges. I do love that I can text them. It is not a face-to-face, so I don't feel the hassle of someone bearing down on me. Having different mentors allows me to feel comfortable talking to different people about different situations, and I've just found it to be very, very helpful for me.
We want to make MindRight accessible to every youth in need. We believe access to mental health support is a basic human right, and we're here to make that a reality for every young person.
To learn more about MindRight Health, visit the website at mindright.io/The Balancing Act, or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
So nice to have you with us today.
That's right. Remember to head to our Facebook page, like us on Instagram, follow us on X, and visit thebalancingact.com to enter our latest sweepstake or giveaway.
Stay safe, love that family of yours, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.